If you're going to ride a downhill mountain bike park, you're going to need a downhill mountain bike, right? Something like this, my YT2S CF. It's got 200 mil of travel in the front and in the rear. It's really slack and really long, so it's stable. It's got DH casing tires wrapped around some bomb-proof Noble TR38 carbon rims. This is what you should be riding in the park. Well, not exactly. In the last decade or so, enduro bikes have gotten really good. So much so that downhill bikes at downhill parks are becoming the minority. So today I'm bringing one of the newest enduro bikes on the market out in Whistler Bike Park, my Evil Reckoning V3. If you want to learn more about my setup, I'll have a link to my bike check in the description. But right now, let's go ride this thing in the park and see if it can convince me to get rid of my DH bike.
All right, you guys are always asking for it. So here it is, we got the Reckoning, the enduro bike in the park. Even though I've got my downhill bike, riding the little bike for you guys. Even though it's still a really big bike. So it definitely rolls a lot faster, probably because I'm not, I don't have max grip tires with DH casing. Rolling pretty fast right now. Let's see, can I? Ooh, probably manual that. All right, back to the warm-up. So far, besides the tires, I'm also noticing, obviously, this thing is way more playful than the downhill bike. But you know what? The 38 feels really good. I think maybe one thing I really liked about downhill bikes, especially in the park, is the stiffness of the fork. Ooh. Eric goes fast. It's actually tricky to keep up with him on this stuff. Yeah, for this kind of stuff, I'd say you don't really need to bring a downhill bike. But having a downhill bike is, you know, still fun. Still, for this kind of stuff, it's just different. That's all. A little more stable. And if it's your first time kind of coming to a bike park, you can save your hands for sure. Yeah, because this bike is definitely a little squirrely. It's not as stable, that's for sure. And I can tell there's a little less suspension for when I go to flat. Definitely a little easier to get sick bar turns on this bike. Oh, that's been buffed up. Maybe I should learn how to do whips a little better. You know what? I'm gonna show my mountain bike ignorance. I don't know which way is regular whip and which way is opposite whip. Gonna be a fun day with BC POV. All right, there's a little jib here that I jumped in a hole. Ooh. Yeah, sometimes the corners are a little marbly, a little scary to full commit into them, but we're gonna go down into fade to black. First big drop of the day. Whee! Ooh, a little fast. Here. Now, ooh, maybe I can manual that on this bike. All right, now we're back onto some blues. Blue, double black, blue. Just keeping it fresh. There is a gap there if you want to jump into the trees. First bigger jump of the day. Dude, landing with the landing gear down. All right, let's see how this bike does on this like mock banana tech. Ooh, a little slipperier, that's for sure. Oh, that's good though. That's good on this bike. Oh, she goes. Whew. Go a little faster next time. But this bike jumps really well. Wow, what a day. All right, doing some tech to warm up for a little pre-A-line. Little spicy. That dusty part is always whew, little spicy. Let's get on to A-line. That first jump is so good for tables, mostly because I table that way. I think that'd be a good jump for a no-hander. Although you're going Mach 10, maybe learn how to no-hander really well first. Oh yeah. Slow down a little bit here. Really easy to overshoot that. This one too. A little bit of a hip this time. Casting is the dream. Loving it. Might actually be having more fun. Woohoo! Wow. Far that time. Might be having more fun on this thing than the downhill bike. I like downhill bikes. So that's coming from me. Right, this part's this is where you can get into trouble maybe on a little bike. All right, let's go faster here. There we go. All right, let's do some double black tech. Let's see if that's where that jump is wonky. That's where the downhill bike really shined. But let's see if this thing can hold its own. Woohoo! Awesome, that's so fun. Yeah, this is probably where having the downhill bike is a little nicer. Oh, I took the wrong line. Just gonna take it a little easy here. This rock is a little slippery and very steep. All right, so the thing about these pretty scary jumps and trails and stuff, you don't want to look at it like way off in the distance because you're gonna get scared. You just come down, do what you're gonna do. And then take things as they come. It's a pretty big drop. Woo! But she's smooth. I almost think that this bike was smoother on that big drop. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, this is probably one of the more technical moves here. Oh yeah, not too bad. Remember that used to scare me a lot. Little slab. These slabs tend to not be too grippy. Oh yeah, you don't really want to go left per se. This jump's actually quite fun. Man, the suspension on this bike is feeling dialed. Just smooth. All right, so we're on double black tech again. And hey, this is where I thought the downhill bike really shined, but this bike is doing just fine. Just plowing. Could be the 29ers. Whew. Had a little rough on my poor little bike. This bike is pretty fun and playful though, even in the double black tech. Ooh, slidey. All right, we're heading down to Detroit Rock City. A couple pretty fun rock rolls. Two options here. This wood bridge to a little drop, or roll on the left.
That was fun.
No problem. All right, this one's for Josh, daily MTB rider. In memorial. Just come here, little plop. Oh, a little rough. Here's the rock of Detroit Rock City. Come here, you just do a big old rock roll. Onto the rock. This part's a little dicey sometimes. Yeah, I'm definitely liking the reckoning on, well, in the park. It's nice to have the noble wheels too, and know that I can just not worry about them too much. All right, finishing off with a little sneak up to the last bit of A-line. This last bit of A-line hits you with some tech after all the jumps. It's all jumps, and then all of a sudden it's tech. Ooh, he sent it. All right, that was the park day on the Reckoning. Hope you liked it. See you guys in the next one.